There's a chill in the air, the lights are on, and the stage is set for this tremendous game we have tonight. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Navy midshipmen and the Eagles. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. And the Eagles headed for the ball, and we're ready for action. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So Navy's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. This guy has every tool you could want. He is one of the better pass catchers in the game.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players he actually is the best player on this team. And he is option number 1 for this squad.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Navy will have to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And they've got the veteran, this senior quarterback, to guide the ship. Still a lot of upside for this quarterback, and they're hoping he can reach his potential.
And I can just tell you, man, just by watching the tape of this dude at the quarterback spot, I don't like it. And I say that, I don't like it from a defensive perspective because he's just got so much speed. He can put so much stress on the defense, and it's just one guy. Break one tackle, can take it to the house, Palmer. It's a rare combination of what this guy can do. He can just take off in the blink and kill defenses.
Must be nice because I have no idea what it feels like, but to be able to run that fast and stretch the defense, that's got to feel pretty good, at least if you're on offense, right? Because not only do you have to focus on our running back, and not only do you have to focus on all of our weapons on the perimeter, because this guy can throw and hurt you as well, but you're right. If he makes you miss and he gets in the second level, this dude is gone. And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Here comes the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. Well, after the quarterback put the ball on the deck, he went into damage control mode and was able to get back on top of it.
Yeah, he's really lucky. And you remember, quarterbacks, they're not practicing the same ball security.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Eagles will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Midshipmen will get things going here on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Keeps it himself. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Rid of it on the RPO. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Looking for the edge. Now the toss. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, the ground game. He's got the 1st down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Looks as if he's going to run it. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. The fake wants to throw. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Keeping his eyes downfield. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Navy will have to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Rides to the back. They were all over it. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Looking downfield, it's Kendricks. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the Eagles will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. First play of this drive. Look out! He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on. Avoids pressure on the right. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the second quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Selling the fake. Finds his man. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to run it. He picked up some yardage, but they stop him at the 45, and he'll be a little short. Navy will have to punt it away. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Long way to go on second down. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Drops back. It's Kendricks. Under pressure. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, 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 please bring it back, bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
Trying to get the corner. The option, the keeper. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. 2nd and long here. Pulls it again on the option. And he's brought down after a short gain. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Gets rid of it.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game.
It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
And Navy will go back on the attack. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Pulls it in. It's quick. Turning it on. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone. Pulls it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Oh, pressure's coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. 3rd and long coming up. He's looking to pass. They'll run the screen. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll leave it with the lone back. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Finding space. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Moves the pocket. It's Kendricks. They're all over him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
The Eagles decide to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Dumps it off in the flats. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Got his man on the outside. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. And here comes the punt team. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Fresh set of downs going up top. Hit as he throws. Working the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, you can't throw it much better than that. You've got an in-breaking route coming from the right-hand side, and there wasn't a big window to squeeze that football into, but really nice job on the timing. He threw it at the perfect moment, puts it only where his guy can make the catch, and they get a big first down.
Back to throw, it's Kendricks. Rush right in his face. Turns it upfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, midshipman. And they turn it into a defensive score. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
Number 98, set to kick this one over.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll run it on the counter. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Motion from the wideout. Looking to pass. It's Kendricks. Here comes the heat. They're working that left side. The 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Feels like we were just kicking off the season, fellas, and yet here we are in Week 14. We're running the gamut of emotions across the sport. We start with the Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's Mississippi State who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. That victory closes the book on a 4-8 regular season, disappointing by any team standards. Bringing things back to your game, one more refresher on how the first half went down. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out.
Breaks a tackle, and he might go. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Eagles moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
Fires complete on the crosser. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Look out! And it's a sack. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Tight end finds a soft spot. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. The Eagles will try to pin them back with the punt. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. The Navy offense sails out, ready to go to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throws it off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Quarterback keep. There he goes. Made a defender miss. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. On the option. Doing it himself again. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Sells to fake. Swings it out to his running back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Navy now in trouble here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. He got it, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Number 98, set to kick it off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. Got it. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. On the draw, it's Dobbs. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Kendricks. Got his man on the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. And the Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on 1st down. Extending the play. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Long way to go on 2nd down. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Neutral zone action. Defense.
The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. On the run, it's Dobbs. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down. The Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. And that last completion left him with 2nd and 1. And this is a fun moment for an offensive coordinator. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw one first. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Dobbs. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Just feeds the running back. He's past the sticks. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12. And the Eagles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Eagles! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a drive there of 85 yards, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. First play of the drive, read option left. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and long here. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Breaks into the open. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. The keeper on the option. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. On play action. Rush is on. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll take the deep shot. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the...
1st down here, and what a ride this season has been. Just thrilling action everywhere. Close game to finish off the regular season in this one here in the 4th quarter. Keeps it himself. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for the edge. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Navy! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wideout. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Makes the catch. It's Amatova. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw, it's Kendricks. Complete. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. The Eagles are marching down the field. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, gonna throw it. On the move, trying to make magic with his feet. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. It's dropped after taking the hit. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Dobbs. Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Going with the counter play here. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. Long way to go on 2nd down. This time they'll throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Back to pass. It's Kendricks. He wants it all, throwing for the end zone. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Under pressure. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
It's such a hard time. You know the clock's ticking. You know you're down. You got to force the ball down the field. But guess what? So does the defense. They knew the vertical routes were coming. They broke on the football, and that does not look good for this ball game.
Here comes the Navy offense ready to go on the attack. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Enough to move the chains. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
On the ground with the counter. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. The give to the fullback. Here's a little room there. Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Trying to get the corner. The option, he'll keep it. Got an alley. Fighting off the defender. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Pulls it. Thrust that arm out. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. On the option. He'll toss it. This time stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Just going to keep it after the snap. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The midshipman trying to sail way forward on 3rd and half a mile. Sweet cut there. There he goes. Touchdown, midshipman. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. They put together an 81-yard drive, and he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Back to pass, it's Kendricks. Fires to the tight end. He gets it up close to the 25, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. Second down to the air. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Makes the grab. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and get...
And it's his 4th interception of the game. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets. And then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.